Good evening, everybody. I have been challenged this evening about teaching everybody about the mop in under 15 minutes. So I am going to get started. My name is Karen. I am your local Norwex lady. I've been doing Norwex for about 7 months now. And I just jumped in because I couldn't believe that there was an easier, faster, cheaper way to clean my house that was going to be so much better for my own environment, my own body and my family, and for the world as well. So I'm really excited to introduce tonight the mop system that we have, and I wanted to just start off by talking about how Norwex cloths clean mechanically. That means that they pick up the dirt, the junk, the bacteria, everything. They pick up that stuff mechanically, and then the cloths, because they're imbued with silver technology we call backlock, actually are self-cleaning. So rinsing and wringing out keeps them clean, and then of course hung to dry or dried properly. They keep themselves clean. They're self-cleaning, so they're not going to grow bacteria and all that gungy stuff that your normal cloths are going to grow. They are microfiber. Most microfibers that you buy at Target or whatever are going to be 1/60th of a human hair. Ours are actually 1/200th of a human hair. And the technology, again, is imbued with the silver so that it is self-cleaning. It will not grow bacteria and stuff on it. So all of our things are made with that, all of our anything that's made from cloth. So including the mops, which I'm going to introduce here in a moment, but I wanted to kind of introduce the idea of mechanical cleaning versus chemical cleaning, where you use chemicals that are toxic to your system, to your skin, to your body, and replace that with cleaning with these amazing cloths and fabrics, and basically mechanically clean and then not grow bacteria and not leave residue everywhere. All right, so we have 3 different sizes of a mop system. So I'm going to show you the mop pads to begin with, and then the mops themselves. So the back is going to be the part that sticks onto the mop, and the front, this is going to be the wet pad. So it looks a little bit like this. I'll show you up close. And then the dry pad, this is going to be a little bit more plush, and it's going to be yellow on the back so you know which one's which. So dry mop pad, wet mop pad, and those are the basics for the mop system. I have 2 different sizes. I have the small and the medium or regular size. There is an extra large one as well. So just to show you real quick, I'm going to back up a tiny bit, and this is the mop, and this is the handle, and you slap on your mop head. You can hear that, that's the Velcro. Then you step on the mop a little bit, and then you just twist a little bit, and I will show you how this thing is taller than I am. So it's going to be almost 6 feet. The good news is that because of that, it's actually got a swiveling head, and you can clean up really, really high windows. We have a window pad as well, which I don't have yet, but I'll be getting. And again, just step on it, twist, and drop it down to whatever height is, or length I should say, is good for you. There's rubber here, and a quick trick that I learned at my house, might not apply to you, but everything I have is counter height or pub height. And so this little guy grabs and hangs right there. So they're never falling down on me, which is really nice. All right, so that's how that works. And the mop heads, let me hang this one back up. The mop heads just Velcro on. So I'm gonna do a quick demonstration in my dirty doggy-haired house of how this dry pad works. And so we always recommend that you do a little bit of this like you would with a balloon to make it kind of staticky. And then what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna run all around your house. Like I said, I'm gonna go quick. Trust me, there's plenty of dirt around here. And then, ta-da, I'm gonna show you disgustingness. You're always gonna wanna buy this with your system. This is the rubber brush. Mine's very well used, as you can see. And then I'm gonna back up here, and you can't see it, but my garbage can is here. And basically you brush off all that gunk, and then you just go for another round. And this is the dry pad. Now, if you do have some debris on the floor, which sometimes happens, we do have a couple of options. One is a more chenille or plushy kind of mop head for people with a lot of dog hair and stuff. But if there's any debris, what I do is I take my counter cloth, and these are the Norwex counter cloths. We like to say they kind of replace paper towel because they're that sort of choose a size. And this is my wet counter cloth, and they're fun because they can come with this little house thing. And then when it's rinsed and wrung out, it dries on top of it. So I just fold that up, and I will get that little bit of debris on the floor on here, rinse it out. If there's a lot of gunk, then again, I will brush it off. But the little wet cloth is handy to have in case there's any debris that's left on the floor after you sweep up. All right, so that's how the dry mop pad works. Now the wet mop pad, I've got mine wet and wrung out. And so you can't really see that it's wet or anything, but again, I'm gonna go do a quick little, over the same area, so hopefully I won't pick up a lot more dirt. If I do, again, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go like this and brush it off in the garbage. And now I do want to introduce very quickly as well, we do encourage people to clean with water and our cloths. We do have just recently introduced what we call the probiotic hard surface cleaner. So anything that's a hard surface, this kind of boosts the power of your water, and it does that with probiotics. And so I was having a hard time getting 12 years worth of Bona off of my hardwood floors. And I was cleaning with the water, and it was looking much better each time and everything. And then when this came out, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze a little bit each time I was doing the swipes, and I got all the disgusting leftover residue and everything off of my floors. The lighting is hard to see in here. Let's see if I can bend it down a little bit. See how shiny there? Isn't that beautiful? So I don't want to drop that. I am so excited because even with water, they were cleaning better, but the probiotic hard surface cleaner, it comes in a concentrate. So you add I want to say it's 1/3 to 2/3. Anyway, the instructions are on the package. And you spray that. Some people on their mops, I don't have it yet, but there is a bit of a, I just ran out of words, a thing that you can attach here to put your water in that then you can squeeze as you mop. I don't have that yet, and mainly because I haven't needed it, but I will think about getting that now that there's the probiotic hard surface cleaner as well. So again, we have a small mop that's about this size. We have the medium mop, which I live in a fairly expansive suburban home. I find this does everything I really need well. The extra large mop is going to be 1.5 times as bigger than this again. And that's for bigger spaces, more industrial spaces, salons, I don't know, like places that are just bigger. I'm not sure, but the small and the medium or the regular size one work great for my suburban home. And so those are the two that I wanted to show you tonight. So that's what I wanted to share with you this evening, was all about the mop system, which is basically going to be the handle and the mop head. And that's completely swivels in every direction, but it also can be locked with the little lever if you want it to only sort of swivel or go back and forth. The 2 mop heads, which is the dry and the wet mop. And then we always recommend that you get the brush with it, so they're quoted in the catalog as having the brush with them as well. So that's kind of a bundled system. All right, so we have the small and cozy one for $100.99. We have the regular size one, we call that the fan favorite, and it's going to be $136.99 with the brush included. And then the extra large mop is actually on sale, I think as of today. I don't have the price on that. I will grab that for my next video. But anyway, I wanted to share a couple of other things really quickly about it, because there's some really fun add-ons too. So this is our plush duster. I just dropped the handle. Plush duster, and the reason the handle fell off is I wanted to show you how it pops on here with the little buttons. And this comes off, and what's really cool is this can actually go on here. See how we've got the buttons here, and then this will pull out like that. That can go on, the duster can go on there too. And again, because it's so tall, it can reach up really, really high. And the duster's really cool because look at this, ceiling fans and stuff, it'll bend every which way you want it to in order to get all those high places and stuff. I have a really high window, and I'm looking forward to, I just hit my light. I'm looking forward to being able to get up there and dust that really, really high shelf without having to get a ladder or whatever. So these types of things, we have a small one and a large one. I think the small one's maybe a limited edition and it's not available all the time, but they can interchange with the mop handle. The mop handle comes in various colors too. I've only ended up with the gray one, but I think there's a gold and I can't remember what other color. But anyway, so the mop system is really good, and trust me, it's easier and faster than sweeping and letting all that dust get up into the environment, because by using the static on it when you first start, everything's going to be attracted and then stay on it, and that's important because then it doesn't go into your environment, you don't breathe it in. Then what else? I think I've covered it all. There are a couple ways or several ways you can actually get the mop system too. You can buy it, of course. You can also host a party if you want, and you could earn host credits, which is basically money to spend on Norwex products. So you could earn that for free, depending on how many of your friends and family and acquaintances would like to purchase Norwex products as well. You can also become a consultant and join us. There are various ways to do that, lots of different ways you can do that, and you can earn it for free or for significantly reduced price as well. So get with your consultant that invited you tonight if you're interested in that. We do have a kit you can earn when you join for a certain amount of sales and that sort of thing. So I won't get into the I won't get into the details of that right now, but there are different ways to get that. So opening up your own account too to get a discount is another option. So there are various ways you can do it. I fell in love with the products because it resonated with me that everything was easier, it was faster, and ultimately cheaper. So if the system is $136, you're gonna spend that once and you're gonna keep it for years. If you buy a Swiffer, $29.99 for the set to start with. Those Swiffer pads now are going up in price. I think they run about $17.99 for a refill, depending on your house. I mean, my house is dirty, I have a dog. It's gonna be $17.99 every couple months for that. Over the course of a year or so, you're gonna have spent that money anyways, and guess what you're doing? You're putting garbage and contributing to our challenge with the global garbage situation. And with Norwex, you can change that footprint for you and for your whole house and for your whole family. And so I love that idea. And again, easier, faster. I hate cleaning. And so for me, this was just, wow, an exciting discovery. So thanks everybody for joining me. I appreciate it. I hope that was under 15 minutes. Have a great night. Bye.